The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing on third down, Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The Seahawks at 8-2 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And some room to work. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. And his pass incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Carr now on first down. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
And he gets this up just shy of the 15. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Back to Walker on first down. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And down he'll go at the 25.
Let's go now. He's not lying.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down.
Play action. It's Smith. And he slings one that's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. Block it in motion right. Back to throw, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Eagles.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 1st down, Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. He'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
From midfield, here's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Smith. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. But not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there, excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Raiders pick it up. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Carr going to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. A give for Walker running right. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. And Walker once more. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track. But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Lock it in motion right. On 1st and 10, Smith dancing to his left. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Again, Smith. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Caught outright by Renfro. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A quick throw out to Lockett. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down. To the right side, this is Walker. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Running right, here's Walker. Gets past one man. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Gutsy decision to keep it, but it turned out to be the right one, and all of a sudden, 4th down becomes 1st down.
Gutsy and smart, because he's used to making a lot of decisions. You know that on every play he has to do it. In this case, he made the proper one, and that turned into a big 1st down.
Lock it in motion right. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
19 play. Left knee, 19.
Out of the gun, Smith. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Geno Smith, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Hand off here to Walker.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll toss this out right to Walker.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Throwing is Perkins.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Block it in motion right. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. They snap it to Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
From the gun, it's Walker.
Evades him at the 20, and they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Here we go. 70.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
60 Maverick. Panther 11. 3.
On 4th down, Smith. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Here's Carr. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Carr, gotta have this one.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Seahawks.
DK Metcalf, 79 yards. And the Seahawks extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Carr. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And now here's another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Throwing now, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
A pitch comes to Walker. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Four yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
You get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit